So my family and to the left. I'm so mad, man, so upset. I want to take my coworkers and to the left. I'm so mad, man, so upset. I want to take my whole town and to the left. I'm so mad, man, so upset. I want to take your politics and to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, Hand Mike Pence! Hand Mike Pence! We're here once again. Thank you for joining us to Hand Mike Pence so that he can sign off on the electoral votes because that's what his job is to do. And that's what I was saying. Beats, that's what you were saying, right? Anyway, so today is December the 2nd in the year of 2022. So, folks, if that doesn't mean anything, then thank history for moving onward swiftly. But if it means anything to you, it might be that there's like this celebrity who's kind of having a severe mental health episode in public right now, and who keeps like going on these platforms and saying these atrocious things, and like it's really, really horrible. It's really, really horrible, and it's I'm unhappy about it. I'm really, really unhappy about it. But I'm even madder still. And you have to know that doesn't make me happy. Being mad doesn't make me happy. Like, that seems logical, but I think a lot of people get a serious amount of pleasure from just making other people angry and expressing anger themselves. I don't value that myself. So what was I saying? Yeah. So just like any time something of public controversy, something controversial in public in the space of like social media and media in general and celebrities especially, it seems, fucking, and Nazis also, like there tends to be like this real cognitive dissonance kind of effect, and I'm just fucking fed up with it. Okay, like here's the thing. In the before time, people admittedly overused this term fascist Nazi. They pointed at people who were just anal and called them Nazis. Like, let's call a spade a spade. And okay, well, let's not throw around any fucking turn of phrase without thinking about it more mindfully from now on. How's that sound? Okay, let's all agree to that. But like the soup Nazi from Seinfeld, he was just like this guy who was like very specific, and you needed to behave in this particular way to get his product that he's selling you. Like, it's not anyway, man. So there's a trope currently, a trope on the right and in the center, or people who perceive themselves to be the center. Pretty much. I mean, I'm not a educated, political science major, but like there's something called the Overton window, and basically what it means is like the perception of politics, like publicly, like you think that the center is in the center, but in reality, the center of the political spectrum today in America is over here on the right. And so Bernie Sanders is like here in the center. And then like Donald Trump and like, you know, Marjorie Taylor Greene and all those like extreme far right. That's why they call it that, because that's where they live. And Bernie's the radical left, but you'll remember, because the perspective has shifted gradually over to the right here in America, it has become, and it's pretty much like I mean, I'd point to pretty much like the baby boomer era and like the hippies, you know what I mean? And the counterculture. The counterculture meant that we had to not just like protect the culture, but we had to like lock it down and make it a little bit more secure, right? And like safe, right? Law and order, right? Okay. So like it's not even hard to observe. So anyway, um for the past 7 fucking years, like since Donald Trump started running for president, and god damn it, dude, it's like it's so hard to like not be educated but have like a thimbleful of fucking knowledge about shit. I was like, wow, that's like he's doing Hitler stuff. Like he's doing Hitler stuff very, very early on, like way before he was even the guy, let alone the president. Like before he was the nominee, I'm like, that's he's doing Hitler stuff. Like that's Nazi stuff. He's othering, scapegoat, fucking. It's like it's so obvious. It's so painfully obvious. Anyway, but I didn't call him a Nazi. But I'm like, he's doing Hitler stuff, and he did a bunch of that stuff that Hitler did, like during his presidency. Like there was a bunch of it, 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 a bunch of it. Okay, I don't have the resources, I don't have the time. Okay, but I was watching and observing it, and it happened. All right. So now, like, irregardless, current events are specifically Kanye West. Okay, I don't fucking give a shit about Kanye West, dude. I don't. I know he did the one song over the Daft Punk beat, and I like, you know, I like that one song, but I like the Daft Punk song without him on it already, so it's easy. But I can't really think of too many of his other songs. I don't know him that well. I'm not being cool about it. I don't. Anyone who knows me, I'm severely underexposed to music. Like it's one of my like many foibles, admittedly. But I don't give a shit. Like no one listens to my fucking music. Did you hear the song at the top of today's episode, To the Left? That's a song I fucking wrote, and it's about like everyone around me is unaware of the Overton window, and they're fucking like over here on the right. And I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if like you didn't have to worry about paying for the hospital if you suddenly became diagnosed with cancer, or like uh were hurt horribly in a car wreck or some unexpected tragedy. Like, wouldn't it be nice if I didn't bankrupt your family for several generations? Wouldn't that be cool? I think that would be cool. But anyway, I'm a radical lefty here in the center with Bernie fucking Sanders. Um, so, like I'm saying, Kanye West, who I don't, I know he's a very famous man. I know he has a tremendous amount of success, and I am not trying to downplay it. Okay, there's so much room. That's my biggest question for this world is like, how can there be so much room for everybody, and yet there's so much conflict all the fucking time over everything? It's ridiculous to me. So Kanye West, dude, severe mental health episode. Okay, apparently the trigger point, whatever I'm trying to think of a little bit smarter word for it, but the inciting moment, I don't know, was that he had a therapist or a counselor of some sort who wanted to prescribe him medicine, a psychological medicine, or behavioral meds, and apparently he refused. But apparently the doctor was a Jewish person, and he has had past business problems with Jewish talent managers or producers or something like that. I don't know, man. I listened to I watched more of this footage than a lot of people will, because I have to know my enemy. I watched so much fucking Donald Trump speaking, dude. I watched his dumb speech a couple weeks ago. I watched most of it. I don't think I watched the whole thing, but it was fucking it was fucking bad, dude. But anyway, literally Kanye West, okay, went on Alex Jones's show. Okay. For context of history, it's so difficult to try to begin to explain to an objective newcomer who or what Alex Jones is. But suffice to say, he is a guy who is no stranger to controversy. Alex Jones is. You can do any. I'm sure you fucking know who Alex Jones is. Jesus. So he went on Alex Jones's fucking show. And, dude, okay, so there's so many layers to it. Suffice to say, I feel like this is a quote. Okay, I love Hitler. Okay, Hitler did a lot of great things. Now I'm paraphrasing, but he definitely did. He said, like, I love Hitler. I love Nazis. I think Hitler did a lot of great stuff. I think this is Kanye. Kanye said that he thought that everybody brings something of value to the earth, especially Hitler. And I'm not even fucking joking, dude. Okay. So, do you think that this behavior, do you think that you could go, like, let's say you're handing Mike Pence and someone asks you, like, what do you think about what Kanye West said on Alex Jones's show? What if you said, oh, I think I don't like that. I don't like Nazis and I don't like that. That would seem pretty reasonable to me. I would be like, oh, okay, yeah, me too. Like, I don't really know Kanye West, but that's unfortunate to hear that he's like some sort of Nazi. That's really unfortunate. You hate to hear about people being Nazis. It really bums me out. And what you might not anticipate would be pushback of someone being like, oh, yeah, I hate Nazis too. Like Joe Biden. And it's just that we're not calling anybody a Nazi. I am not calling anybody a Nazi. But Nick Fuentes calls himself a Nazi. Kanye West said he loves Nazis and he loves Hitler. Okay? I am 100% done being told that I'm imagining Fucking Nazis. Oh, I bit my tongue saying this word too much. Okay? I'm done. There is no argument. The conversation is over. There are people in this country who are registered to vote who call themselves Nazis. You see why that's stressful for me? You see why I'm troubled by that? Do you understand that? Do you know who Nazis vote for? Other Nazis. Yeah, right. Right. Do you understand how political power works? I really don't want to be condescending about it. I really don't want to be rude. I've tried the more direct approach with this subject before, and it wasn't popular. But I don't know where else to turn, man. This dude said he loves Hitler on like a TV show. Like it's not a TV show because TV won't carry this show. It's not a YouTube show because YouTube won't carry this show, or Twitter or Twitch or fucking any of these platforms. Alex Jones has been deplatformed because he says crazy shit on his show all the fucking time. I've heard people theorize that they think that he may be a psyop, a COINTELPRO. So they think this theory basically goes that like he'll report something that's real, like whatever conspiracy you want it to be real, but then he'll also say, or turn the frogs gay. So that wasn't turn the frogs gay. There was, oh, you know what's a good one? Litter boxes in the high schools or in the schools, because there's a kid who identifies as a furry. Let me tell you how we're doing Nazi stuff still. Okay, so the urban legend about litter boxes in the schools is false completely. That never happened. And the propagation of this rumor is meant to dehumanize and other transgender and LGBT youths, not even adults, youths, you know? So that's cool. And if you don't understand that, like, the story is that a kid who identifies as a furry and dresses as a cat, is a cat. They mean to say identifies as a cat. They don't even understand what furries are. They are discriminating against people in so many different ways at the same time that they lose track of shit like that. But anyway, man, so the seed of a true story that this comes from a classroom preparedness kit that is a bucket with kitty litter in it in case of emergency, aka active shooter. Like if a bunch of little 8-year-olds are barricaded in their classroom for an extended period of time because there's an active shooter on the campus and they need to go wee-wee, then they can pee in this bucket with the kitty litter in it. And that's what it's for. It's not a litter box in the bathroom for a furry. It is the solution to gun violence. Doesn't that make you feel better? That's what we did after all those children were massacred. We put a bucket with kitty litter in the classroom so that they could piss and shit instead of in their pants while someone roamed the halls with a fucking gun. Isn't that great? I fucking love it. So anyway, there's fucking Nazis. There's fucking Nazis, dude. Black Lives Matter. Murder is wrong. Nazis are bad. Money isn't speech. Corporations aren't people. Healthcare is a human right. Abortion is healthcare. Trans rights are human rights. Bullies go home. Hand Mike Pence. Hand Mike Pence. Hand Mike Pence.